Eventful day so far. I was in this summit, this virtual nonprofit summit since 7 a.m. Pacific time, and it ended at 2 p.m. Pacific time. So it's been a long day. So, hey everyone, Stacy here. If you're not familiar with me, if you've never been on my page, I'm a nonprofit strategist, and I'm based in Sacramento. And I help growing organizations build systems that make them more visible, more fundable, and less dependent on scrambling for support. So I help you increase your financial sustainability as a nonprofit. And I'm going live on Instagram right now because I forgot. So I just wrapped up my breakout session at the NPO Summit 2025 just a few minutes ago. And I want to make sure I did not skip another day of going live in March. So I had to hop on and share some highlights of this summit and my breakout session. The summit was amazing. There were so many great presenters, and I hope that so many nonprofits that showed up at this virtual summit will be able to follow all of these speakers and learn and implement a lot of the things that were taught. And yeah, I'm really excited about this. Now, the topic I had a breakout session on was volunteer and community engagement. So I wanted to quickly talk about something that a lot of organizations overlook when it comes to volunteer community engagement. It's not just about getting help and about engaging with volunteers or the community, right? It's about building the capacity for your organization, because that's the piece that a lot of nonprofits are not paying attention to. You need to be able to build the capacity of your organization in that way. And a few things for you to remember: 85% of nonprofits actually rely on volunteers to deliver core services. So the part about volunteer engagement was necessary for a lot of nonprofit organizations to learn about and how to do it effectively, right? And 67% of those volunteers actually become donors. So it's in your best interest to engage them in a way that makes sense. Now, when you know how to recruit, connect, and retain the right people, the work that your nonprofit does is able to expand and your presence can grow. The funding you have can become more sustainable. But if your strategy is just it's a put out call, a call for help, you're missing the mark. I remember I had a consultation yesterday with one of my clients, and we are talking about the call to actions, and he was very cognizant of not showing up on social media and just asking for money, because that's very off-putting. It shouldn't just be a call out for help, right? Because that means you're missing the mark, like all the way when it comes to using social media as a tool to help your nonprofit organization. Because, like I said, when you know how to recruit, connect, and retain the right people, your work can grow. Okay, your presence can grow. Now, a few things that were shared in this session that you can take action on right now. It was 4 core components that were shared in this session. So the first one was recruitment with purpose. So stop posting vagues, "we need help" calls, and create clear roles and define responsibilities that can align with the skills that you need for these volunteer positions, okay? And core component two was onboarding that connects. Don't just tell people the rules, share the why, assign a buddy, and make them feel part of something bigger. Because oftentimes you get volunteers and you just think they work with you. No, they're like, they're helping your nonprofit. So share the why, assign them a buddy so they don't feel like they're just a warm body that you put there to do the work, right? Like make them feel better about what they're doing, and onboard them in a way that makes sense. Now, core component number 3, retention through relationships. People stay where they feel valued, right? A birthday shout out or a simple "we see you" message goes a long way. So don't forget to do that and build relationships with your volunteers. Now, community outreach that builds trust was core component number 4. Now, if people don't know what you do, they can't support it. Okay, so show up in local rooms, tell stories, be seen. Like, you can't just be in the background just doing busy work like on Canva and stuff like that, just saying that you're busy, you're doing work. That doesn't make sense. So I want you to let me know in the comments if you know any of, like, if one of these areas is something your organization can improve upon, right? Now, the other thing that was shared in this summit, I created a free resource specifically for attendees of the summit called the Engagement Starter Kit. It's got templates for volunteer roles, an outreach client checklist, and a community visibility guide. If you're interested in that, definitely comment Engagement Starter and I'll send you the link for sure. Whew. And there was so much more shared in this summit. And like I said, I wanted to make sure I stopped in here, like the ability for people in the summit to book a one-on-one strategy session so we can build a 90-day plan together, as well as joining my upcoming 3-day workshop, which is happening April 22nd to the 24th. I will put that in the comments on Facebook. Because in Facebook, I can actually paste these things in the comments. So that is going to be pasted in the comments on Facebook. Now, if your organization is only relying on grants or waiting for donations to roll in, I want to help you shift that. So definitely reach out, comment if you have any questions, and definitely grab the starter kit, the free starter kit in the comments. I want to make sure you get the support that you need. But that is it. I'm done for the day. It's been a long day being on Zoom since 7 a.m. It's now 2:19. I'm gonna go, y'all. And I hope you have an amazing rest of your Sunday. I'm gonna find something else to do and something besides toast to eat. So let me know if you have any questions. It was a pleasure, and I hope you have an amazing day. Bye, y'all.